Thank you. We are very, very close to finishing our awards component. So I do greatly appreciate the quiet. Thank you. And thank you so much for the lovely music during dinner. Yay, Admiral's Head. This next introduction is very near and dear to my heart. As we all know, the ITSEC conference is so successful because of its holistic nature, in that it provides something for everyone in this room. In my opinion, what makes ITSEC so special and successful are its people and its world-renowned thought-leading program that Admiral discussed earlier. The program consists of tutorials, paper sessions, special events, and workshops, many of which you all participated in this week. What you may not realize is that this program takes over 12 months to create. And as we talked about earlier, over 250 volunteers. I am humbled by the dedication, the passion, and the creativity of our 2021 program chair. He is one of our industry's top professionals, and I have come to have him as one of my best friends, Dr. Elliot Weiner of Iowa State University. I could not have asked for anyone greater than Elliot to help lead us through this past year to this exhilarating moment. We have shared many laughs and many what the heck moments, and I am so happy to call you my dear friend. So as we reflect on this week and remember the capabilities and the solutions this community has built to propel us into an unexpected future, Elliot, I must say, you've done a phenomenal job. Congratulations and beautifully done.
Oh, right? I get to do that. It's been a long year. What an incredible event, right? What a week. We are so lucky to be here in person. And a huge reason for that, the first thing I want to say is it's due to our past leaders. So I'd like to take a moment. If you're in the room, if you're a past conference chair, please stand up. So another big thank you to Jen. Now I have to say, Jen and I were instructed to be efficient in our thank yous this evening, not to be redundant, but if you'll all indulge me, I'm going to slightly deviate from that for a moment. My apologies, Admiral Rob. I'll get my licks later. To my conference chair, it is truly difficult to put into words how much I have valued Jen's mentorship and guidance this year. I would also be remiss not to thank Debbie Langelier and the NTSA staff again. As we all know, to not acknowledge Debbie would basically be a crime against nature at this conference. To Jen and Debbie, so many times this year, you've both been my sounding board when I was pulling my hair out, and I don't have a lot of it left. The voices of reason, someone to go out and have a drink with, but most importantly, my friends. I stood in awe watching as both of you juggled a million simultaneous tasks and helped me whenever I asked. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I am truly honored to have served as your program chair this year. As I've said to a lot of people, the organizing of this conference is like a bullet train. And for a short period of time, I get to ride in the front, and I get to conduct a little bit. The train moves to the efforts of the hundreds of volunteers of our many committees. I thank all of them again for all the time and effort they put in. It was a very, very tough year, but I think the juice was worth the squeeze, right? No question about it. I would like to take a moment to recognize the leaders of these various committees who did such a fantastic job. So from the Education Subcommittee, the chair, Dr. Anastasia McAllister, and her deputy, Ms. Allison Hersey. From the Emerging Concepts and Innovative Technology Subcommittee, the chair, Mr. Tom Yanishik, and his deputy, Mr. Chuck Wythe. From the Human Performance Analysis and Engineering Subcommittee, the chair, Dr. Eric Weisel, and his deputy, Ms. Jennifer Wheeler. From the Policy Standards Management and Acquisition Subcommittee, the chair, Mr. Tyler Gates, and his deputy, Ms. Sharon Tabori. From the Simulation Subcommittee, the chair, Mr. Jimmy Moore, and his deputy, Mr. Mark Covey. And right, Jimmy, go Trash Pandas. Go talk to Jimmy later to find out what that means. From the Training Subcommittee, the chair, Dr. Kara Orvis, and her deputy, Ms. Maureen Holbert. From the Tutorial Board, co-chairs Dr. Lisa Holt and Mr. Dave Molesky. From Special Events, and we all know how many special events there were this week, and it is no small feat. The chair, Dr. Kelly Hale, and her deputy, Ms. Carla Cropper. And last but not least, the Professional Development Workshop Subcommittee, our co-chairs, Dr. Ben Bell and Ms. Yana Breberdova. To all of you and the hundreds of volunteers again, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, now let's get back to giving some awards. So I'd like to call up Dr. Lisa Holt and Mr. Dave Molesky to present the award for the best tutorial.
Good evening. Every year, the Tutorial Board puts together a comprehensive program covering a diverse set of topics that are essential to our simulation, training, and education community. This year marks the 14th year of tutorials at ITSEC. Our program included 23 outstanding sessions presented by highly regarded experts in their fields. The topics included modeling and simulation fundamentals, simulation architectures, instructional systems, cyber, artificial intelligence, and many more. The Tutorial Board had the challenging task of singling out 3 presentations as this year's Best Tutorial nominees.
Thank you, Lisa. The Best Tutorial nominees for 2021 were Advanced Air Mobility, Innovating Modeling Simulation to Revolutionize the Future of Transportation, presented by Dr. Holm, Dr. Anastopoulos, Dr. Still, Dr. Fountas, Ms. Lim, Mr. Ahmed, and Dr. Benedict. Our second nominee, A Comprehensive Introduction to Medical Simulation, presented by Dr. Smith, Ms. Julian, and Dr. Tanaka. Our third nominee, Addressing the Challenges of Rigorous Simulation Validation, presented by Ms. Simone Youngblood and Dr. Petty.
Dr. Lee Lacey and his Best Tutorial Committee attended all of these sessions, and they evaluated each one of them on technical accuracy, organization, relevance to our ITSEC community, and overall quality of the presentation. And this year's 2021 ITSEC Best Tutorial is
Advanced Air Mobility, Innovating Modeling Simulation to Revolutionize the Future of Transportation. And here to receive it, Dr. Hume.
Thank you, Dave and Lisa, and congratulations again to our winner of the Best Tutorial. Now, our last award of the evening, the always highly anticipated Best Paper Award. Some of you are most aware there's a lot of competition amongst the subcommittees of who wins this award. We began with 337 abstracts submitted early in the year, reviewed those, reviewed the full papers, reviewed presentations, and through all this, these 6 distinguished themselves from all others to be considered for the highest award at the conference. I would like to thank the Best Paper Committee comprised of Mr. Paul Bogard, Dr. Jeremiah Folsom-Koverick, Ms. Susan Harkrider, Dr. Nir Karen, Ms. Amy Motko, and Ms. Joanne Patton. And a special thank you to the chair of this committee, Ms. Christina Welch, for doing such an outstanding job leading this important review and decision. Thank you. The nominees for this year are, from the Education Subcommittee, Form from Function, applying flow-driven experiential learning to the integration of immersive technology in formal military aviation training programs. Authors Andrew Clayton and Nancy Taylor. From the Emerging Concepts Innovative Technology Subcommittee, the paper Optimizing Optimizations, a 2-stage neural network approach for leveraging optimality and time-sensitive solutions. Author Matthew McLaughlin. From the Human Performance Analysis and Engineering Subcommittee, the paper Augmented Reality and Tactical Combat Casualty Care, Physiological Ramifications. Authors Claire Hughes, Kay Stanny, Kali Fiodopiastis, and Angelica Jasper. From the Policy Standards Management and Acquisition Subcommittee, the paper Gender Equity in an Evolving Work Environment. Authors Nina Deibler, Susan Hartman, and Jeffrey Coulter. From the Simulation Subcommittee, the paper Simulation for Women, Peace and Security Training. Authors Neil Sleevey, Jermaine Donahue, Melvin Cape, Lisa Ray Babin, Shonda Lauer, Hank Brightman, and Howard Lee. And from the Training Subcommittee, the paper Attention and Engagement in Virtual Environments, Measuring the Unobservable. Authors Ben Bell, Wink Bennett, Elaine Kelsey, and Benjamin Nye. Don't put the winning slide up yet. And the winner is it's exciting, isn't it? From the Training Subcommittee, Attention and Engagement in Virtual Environments, Measuring the Unobservable. Authors Ben Bell, Wink Bennett, Elaine Kelsey, and Benjamin Nye. What is? Oh. So I have to say, did the envelope add a little something to it? A little bit? Because this page is blank. I've known all day who won. I just figured we add a little drama into the proceedings here this evening. All right. As we wrap up the 2021 ITSEC Awards Banquet and closing ceremony, I want to thank you all again for attending. We really hope you've had a terrific time this week, enjoying all the conference has to offer, but most importantly, we were back together. And maybe because my program chair year, I don't know, but I say the energy that I saw throughout the events this week was the highest I've ever seen in the 20 plus years that I've been attending this conference. It was really, really amazing. So another one of our traditions at the banquet as we end up here is to announce the incoming deputy program chair. However, since we didn't have a banquet last year, and as Admiral Robb said, we're doing the 2020 banquet as well as the 2021 banquet, felt it was only applicable to give someone his due. Now, we all know who the program chair is going to be for next year, but we're going to recognize him right now because he's been the deputy program chair for 2021. So, our program chair for ITSEC 2022, Mr. Jim Threlfall from Tipping Point Solutions. And now I get the distinct honor of introducing our incoming Deputy Program Chair for 2022, who will be our, not yet, I know you know, but not everybody in the room does. Please, I'm a professor. I'll turn the lights off on all of you. This person will be our 2023 Program Chair. This person, she is one of the most special people in the world to me, not only in ITSEC, but just to me personally, one of my closest friends, and I'm so excited that she was selected and so looking forward to working with her in the 2023 conference. Our incoming Deputy Program Chair is Dr. Annie Little from SAIC. Now to wrap things up and take us home, to hear from this year's Sea Services, Captain Dan Cavelli and Colonel Lou Lara.
The flight deck air crews are now manning up for the 2021 launch. Temperature is 46 degrees, altimeter 2997.
Some of us were not born to stand on solid ground. Some saw the sea and the skies and dared to endeavor into the unknown.
Start all the go aircraft for the 2021 launch. Destination Meadowlands.
Making an agreement with themselves and their country that this land is worth defending. Not just with boots on the ground, but with steel in the water and firepower in the air.
Roger, Bravo, 26 knots, starboard. 325. Heading 125. Roger, Bravo, 25 knots. On the flight plan, on course. 300 miles from system.
Ah! Hey, good evening, everybody. What an ITSEC it has been to bring it back this way, right? We're back to face. It was awesome. Admiral Robb, you and the team and TSA, I stand in awe at the excellence I've seen in each and every event I've attended through this year's. Today and this week has not been an exception. You have truly raised the bar once again. In addition to having our Commandant join the CNO as the co-keynote in a historic event, we had the honor of hosting a total of 7 Marine Corps General Officers as panelists. At the ITSEC 5K, the Serious Games Showcase and Challenge, and the competitions for the best paper and the best tutorial, in addition to our exhibit and multiple panels, you can see we truly did a lot of heavy lifting this year. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a couple of members from from the team, Trace's team, who took the ball and ran with it to get us through this week. And actually, as you guys know, it takes a full year of planning to get through us. So Annette Pike, if you could stand up for a second, please. So Annette took on the principal role 90 days out. We lost our principal, and she took the ball and ran with it. Many hours coordinating all of our efforts, leading our team to get everything aligned. I just want to say thank you for all the hard work. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. That's all I have to say. Mike Lamorto, where are you? Operations manager. We had some please stand up. We had some really short fuse tasks up to we're at the goal line trying to get the ball across and score, and you were doing all the heavy lifting. I appreciate you leading the operations team. You're the 1,000 little hands behind the scenes making stuff happen, and I truly appreciate all the work you've done, and specifically to support this event today. Thank you. I would be remiss if I did not mention, unfortunately he's not here to be able to receive the accolades, but Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Tuna Stark wasn't able to be here tonight, but I have to acknowledge him. He was directly involved in coordinating with all the 7 general officers that we had and their staffs, and the multiple changes in schedule, et cetera. Everybody knows what a nightmare that could be. And, you know, at 05 this morning, driving general's officers out to the airport, along with support from the chiefs that Stuckey provided. Just a lot of work for him, and I really want to appreciate all the work that he did for us in that area. All right, so this ITSEC is very special to me. It is my final one in active duty. Next summer, I'll retire after 30 years of service. Thank you. So don't be surprised. That being said, my LinkedIn account status will soon change to reflect open to work, so be on the lookout for Mr. Lou Lara in a business suit near you. On the serious side, over the past 6 years, both serving and supporting Colonel Walt Yates, retired as his deputy, and then coming back and taking over as the program manager, it has been a distinct honor to be part of Team Orlando. The camaraderie and the teamwork I've experienced is second to none. Even though I will transition from the role of program manager this summer, upcoming summer, I plan to remain in constant presence, and I simply call away to assist in any way I can. Just as I am a forever Marine, I'm a forever member of Team Orlando family. As one can imagine, I've picked up some great characteristics during my 3 decades of service. Among them is the grit and the grind, out and leave no stone unturned as I turn to defeat an adversary. So with that said, I expect to see the same level of grit on the field of friendly strife in New York as Navy beats the Army in the 122nd Army-Navy game. I look forward to carrying the bragging rights with me into retirement. Again, this has been truly a pleasure, and I wish the Air Force much success as they take the helm as the next service lead. Semper Fi. Go Navy.
Beat Army. Thanks, Lou. You'll always be a part of Team Orlando. You just need to know that. And I'm going to say one thing. If you're going to steal a goat, steal the right one. Or at least one with 2 horns. So good evening, everyone. This has been a great week, and it's certainly nice to be here tonight, once again live and in person. And I'm sure you can agree that ITSEC 2021 was a tremendous success. The team pulled off an amazing feat by organizing an event during a prolonged pandemic. All right? For those of you that planned and executed this year's event, I know you simply did not have the luxury of cutting and pasting last year's plan, or even the plan from 2019. In many ways, planning required special considerations for COVID mitigations. Needless to say, the team did a phenomenal job. Rima Robb, Debbie Langelier, Jennifer Arnold, Elliot Weiner, and the conference committee and the entire NTSA team, thank you so much for making this conference happen. Thanks are also in order for the hotel staff who's serving us here tonight. I think they're doing a great job. Let's have a round of applause for them. So now, those of you that have served in combat understand the significance of effective training. It allows us to hone our skills and operate our weapon systems at the edges of their envelopes, to preserve the peace and, if necessary, win in combat, and to return home safely. And I want to emphasize that, and to return home safely. To that end, ITSEC has always been a source of cutting-edge technology and innovation. It is a home to our collaborative family of visionaries dedicated to giving American military men and women the advantage through training. That said, I think ITSEC 21 lived up to its theme of innovating and accelerating training, adapting to an unexpected future. I can hardly wait to see the great things that ITSEC 22 will bring. Speaking of ITSEC 22, that will be a big year of change for the Navy, as this is Diana Teal's last year as the Navy principal, and Captain Retired Kent Gritton will take over. On behalf of the Navy and ITSEC team, I would like to extend a huge thank you to Diana Teal for her 10 years of leading the Navy's efforts here. Well done, Diana. Now, she doesn't know this, but tonight, I'm going to present Diana with a well-deserved Meritorious Civilian Service Award for her decade of excellence as ITSEC's Navy principal. Admiral Robb, would you please escort Diana to the stage? The commanding officer, Naval Air Warfare Center Training Systems Division, and Naval Support Activity Orlando, Florida, takes pleasure in presenting the Department of Navy Meritorious Civilian Service Award to Diana C. Teal for services set forth in the following citation. For exceptional service in the outstanding performance of your duties as U.S. Navy Principal for the Inter-Service Industry Training, Simulation, and Education Conference, during which your high standards of excellence, unparalleled professionalism, and loyal devotion to duty produced impressive results. Your agile leadership enabled the U.S. Navy to successfully meet the constant challenges of the rapidly expanding and evolving training and simulation arena. In particular, you represented the U.S. Navy as a service principal for the world's largest modeling, simulation, and training event, promoting international and interdisciplinary cooperation within the fields of modeling and simulation, training, education, analysis, and related disciplines. Your 10-year tenure as a U.S. Navy service principal has been characterized by repeated successes in the face of extraordinary challenges, and your professional contributions have significantly enhanced the Navy's ability to serve the fleet. Your consistently high level of performance and your dedication to our nation's warfighters reflects great credit upon yourself and upholds the highest traditions of the United States Navy. Signed, me. Diana, thank you all you have done for the Navy and the ITSEC community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like another big round of applause for Diana Teal. Now with that, we've decided that we're not going to pass the flag this year, and every year will be a Sea Services year.
Come and take it.
And John, you can come take it, and Lou's going to go first. Really, I want to thank everybody for your time tonight, and with that, we do have to pass the flag to the U.S. Air Force. It's my honor to be able to do that. Jennifer Arnold, Matt Spruill, Colonel Kurian, please join us on the stage.
All right, my biggest fear, I guess, standing up on the stage was tripping and falling, and I almost did that, so. All right, so I guess on behalf of almost over probably 13,000 attendees at ITSEC 2021, I'd like to express my gratitude to the phenomenal team that made this event happen for all of us. Big shout out again to our conference chair, Jennifer Arnold, our program chair, Elliot Weiner, for leading this year's conference, to Captain Dan Cavelli, to Lou Lara for being the lead services for this year, to NDIA, specifically Admiral Rob, for keeping this conference truly relevant, especially the way you facilitate a lot of the questions in our forums for all of us. And then finally, to countless behind-the-scenes volunteers who made this event so seamless and elegant. Your efforts made someone like me that's new to this event feel very welcomed and part of the ITSEC family. So thank you for all your efforts. As I reflect on this week, you've truly challenged the modeling and simulation community to be the catalyst to accelerate change and innovation. You provoked our thoughts, our engagement, and stoked a passion for training in each of us. You've helped us build relationships, refine our vision, ultimately deliver capability for the warfighter. Let me now transition to ITSEC 2022. The Navy and the Marine Corps have definitely set a high bar for us. It seems a bit daunting, but I'm fully confident that the team that we put together with Matt, with Jim, with Tracy Titcomb, our Air Force principal, will truly take it to the next level. I think my goal would be we definitely would need a Space Force sign on the ITSEC symbol. And since we had two Chief of Staff show up here on the Navy and the Marine Corps side, we want to make sure we had the Air Force Chief of Staff and the Space Force Chief of Staff here next year. The theme for next year's conference, Accelerate Change to Transform Training, ACT. That's the theme. The pacing threats that we as a nation face that you've heard about throughout this week are real. I know I got a chance to talk to General Carlisle during his time at PACOM, and I asked him, do you think this thing is real? And he said, definitely real. And there needs to be a transformation in our culture at all different levels in order to face this threat. We need to move faster as a team. Chief of Staff of the Air Force General Brown describes it this way: we could all use more manpower, more money, more time. But leaders cannot wait for perfect conditions to act, because perfect conditions will never exist. What if you received no additional manpower or resources, but were empowered to prioritize what was important and were relieved of constraints? And this challenge to all of us is the following. I challenge you to start thinking this way, because we are in a zero-sum game situation.
Training. It has been the foundation of effective fighting forces since time immemorial. Experience passed down from generation to generation, and then honed through hard work, practice, and more hard work. This is how you build a warrior. The blood, sweat, and tears shed on the exercise field directly translate to victory on the field of battle.
Training. It is the foundation of every effective military force. Today's training takes more than just time and effort. It requires a synergy of experience and technology, a melding of practical and digital, an attitude of how can we make the training more comprehensive so we can make our service members more capable, preparing us for the threats of today and tomorrow. Staying state-of-the-art in the field of training ensures dominance on the field of battle. We're accelerating change by transforming training, and it's all on display right here.
So now is the time to act, and as we walk out from this conference, what will you do to accelerate change, transform training? At this point in the ceremony, we will retire the colors. And ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Retire the colors. I'd like to thank the Joint Marine Corps and Navy Color Guard for retiring the colors. This year's conference is officially adjourned. Please make your way to the dance floor in celebration.